My beloved child, listen carefully. This is not a coincidence. Archangel Michael says, your photo was placed in front of 9 powerful people, and every single one of them declared the same shocking truth about you. They did not whisper. They did not hesitate. They spoke in unison, as if heaven itself had guided their voices. And what they said will shake the very ground beneath your feet. But before I reveal this truth, Archangel Michael commands you, stay until the very last word. If you leave too soon, the blessing destined for you will pass by your door and choose another. My child, my beloved, this message is not for the faint-hearted. It is wrapped in divine fire, sealed with the breath of heaven. And right now, Michael is standing beside you, urging you not to look away. Pause for a moment. Breathe. Because in the next few lines, you will hear something that could rewrite your destiny. If this word touches your soul, make sure you subscribe, so you never miss the voice of heaven calling your name again. The people who saw your photo, they said you are chosen. Chosen to rise. Chosen to inherit. Chosen to carry a mantle that others tried to steal from you. And Michael says, do not fear the jealousy, the betrayal, or the shadows. For the same voices that judged you unworthy before are now declaring your victory. Every line of this is a spark. Every breath is a miracle. And if you stay until the end, you will understand why your enemies are restless tonight. My beloved child, my chosen one. Archangel Michael says this moment is sacred. Your photo was carried into a place you never expected. 9 powerful people looked at it. And not one of them spoke against you. Instead, they all said the same thing. And it was not ordinary, not human. But divine words spilling from their mouths like prophecy. They said, this one carries heaven's mark. They said, this one cannot be stopped. They said, this one is already chosen. Even if the world tries to deny it. My child, can you feel the fire in your chest as you hear this? This is not fantasy. This is not coincidence. This is the Father's plan written into your story. The angels have been watching your nights of tears. Your hidden struggles. Your unanswered questions. And now the answer is here. Michael himself sent me to tell you this truth. Do not walk away. Do not scroll past. Because this is the moment you will remember. As the day heaven turned toward you. The voices of those 9. They echoed something eternal. They confirmed what your enemies tried to bury. They confirmed what your family doubted. They confirmed what your own fears kept whispering against. Michael says, stand firm. The voices of heaven have spoken louder than the whispers of men. Pause and breathe, my child. This message is not ordinary. It is heaven's courtroom. And the judgment has already been made in your favor. Do you understand? You are not here by accident. Even right now, as your eyes follow these words. There is a battle raging for your attention. Darkness wants you to ignore this. But the Spirit says, stay until the end. Because before this message closes, the name of the one who tried to cover your light will be exposed. And Michael is not silent today. He has unsheathed his sword. And the very forces that mocked you will tremble at his step. My beloved, my chosen child, your season of hiding is over. The voices of 9 have already aligned with the throne of heaven. And they all said the same shocking thing. That your destiny cannot be stolen. That your crown cannot be removed. And that your time is now. If this word pierces your spirit, make sure you subscribe. Because Archangel Michael has sworn to continue revealing what heaven has sealed for you. Tonight, my child, you will dream differently. The visions will be sharper. The voices will be clearer. And the signs will come quickly. Michael says, do not resist the flow. Do not question the timing. This is the hour you have been waiting for. You cried asking, when will justice come? You prayed, when will my story change? And now the answer is here. 9 people saw your photo. 9 people agreed on your fate. 9 voices united in one chorus. This is no accident. This is the sign you begged God for. Stay with me, my child. Because in the next few lines, Michael will reveal why your enemies cannot rest at night. My child, lean closer. Archangel Michael says this is not the time to doubt. This is the time to receive. You have been asking silently. Why does the world fight against me? Why do people whisper my name in secret rooms? Why do even those I love sometimes act as though I am not worthy? But hear this. The reason they whisper is because heaven already shouted. Your name has been proclaimed in the courts of angels. Your destiny has already been written in fire. And darkness is trembling because it cannot erase what God has sealed. Michael says, do not let their envy poison your soul. Their jealousy is only a mirror of their weakness. Yes, my beloved. There are those who pretend to smile with you. Yet behind closed doors, they plot to see you stumble. They thought their words could bury you. They thought their silence could starve you. But listen carefully. The 9 voices that looked at your photo said you are unshakable. Said you are untouchable. Said you are unstoppable. This is why your enemies are restless tonight. This is why they cannot sleep. Because no matter how they try to cover you, heaven keeps uncovering you. Pause here. Let these words sink into your chest. This is not just another message. This is the turning point you prayed for. Child, do you remember the night you cried alone? When you thought no one heard? When you thought heaven was silent? That night, Michael was standing at the corner of your room. He marked your tears. He wrote down your pain. And he swore before the throne of God that your day of reversal would come. And that day is now. The 9 who saw your photo did not just see your face. They saw your calling. They saw your mantle. They saw the light that even you could not see. One of them whispered, this one has been chosen for wealth. Another said, this one is protected from disaster. And another added, this one will rise where others fall. All 9 spoke in agreement. And Michael says when 9 unite under heaven, no curse, no spell, no betrayal can undo what has been spoken. My child, my beloved, you are standing at the edge of a miracle. Do not doubt. Do not turn away. Stay with me until the end. For Michael has promised that before this message finishes, a secret about your family's hidden fight will be revealed. Yes, there has been a battle in silence. Some of it you already sense. But there is more you don't know. And heaven says the hour of unveiling is close. Breathe. Can you feel it? That tightness in your chest. That is not fear. That is the stirring of your spirit. Your soul knows these words are alive. Even now, Michael spreads his wings over you. He is cutting away chains you didn't realize were there. Chains of delay. Chains of rejection. Chains of confusion. He whispers, "Beloved, step into your season." That night, Michael was standing at the corner of your room. He marked your tears. He wrote down your pain. And he swore before the throne of God that your day of reversal would come. And that day is now. The 9 who saw your photo did not just see your face. They saw your calling. They saw your mantle. They saw the light that even you could not see. One of them whispered, "This one has been chosen for wealth." Another said, "This one is protected from disaster." And another added, "This one will rise where others fall." All 9 spoke in agreement. And Michael says when 9 unite under heaven, no curse, no spell, no betrayal can undo what has been spoken. My child, my beloved, you are standing at the edge of a miracle. Do not doubt. Do not turn away. Stay with me until the end. For Michael has promised that before this message finishes, a secret about your family's hidden fight will be revealed. Yes, there has been a battle in silence. Some of it you already sense. But there is more you don't know. And heaven says the hour of unveiling is close. Breathe. Can you feel it? That tightness in your chest. That is not fear. That is the stirring of your spirit. Your soul knows these words are alive. Even now, Michael spreads his wings over you. He is cutting away chains you didn't realize were there. Chains of delay. Chains of rejection. Chains of confusion. He whispers, "Beloved, step into your season." What was denied before will flow freely now. Look around you. Signs will begin within hours. A sudden message. A sudden name mentioned. A sudden dream that feels too real to ignore. These are not random. These are confirmations. Heaven is speaking. If this word is piercing your soul, make sure you subscribe right now. Because Archangel Michael says, every message ahead will carry more fire, more secrets, more direction for your destiny. Child, the voices of 9 have already spoken. And soon, the world will echo what they saw. The same ones who once doubted you will stand in awe. The same ones who laughed at you will fall silent. And the same ones who betrayed you will wish they had stood closer to you. My beloved child. Archangel Michael says, listen. The storm that rose against you was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to reveal you. There are forces that tried to delay your breakthrough. You felt them in the silence. You felt them in the rejection. You felt them in the endless waiting. But what they didn't know is that you are sealed. 9 voices already testified in the Spirit. And every one of them declared you chosen. Pause and think. When was the last time 9 people agreed on anything? Hardly ever. But in your case, heaven bent their lips to say the same thing. That your destiny is marked. Michael says, this is why no plan against you has lasted. This is why every scheme has collapsed. Because the Father's hand is stronger than their whispers. Beloved, do you remember the betrayal? Yes, that one. The one that cut your chest like glass. The one you still don't speak of aloud. Heaven saw it. Michael stood there, unseen. And though you felt abandoned, you were never alone. That night when you cried, your tears fell like arrows on the altar of God. And He responded not with silence, but with a decree. A decree that you would rise beyond their plots. And now, this decree is manifesting. 9 witnesses have already confirmed it. The earth will follow. Child, lean in. This is not just about destiny. This is about inheritance. Something that was denied you by blood is returning by spirit. A blessing tied to your family line, long hidden, is being brought into the light. Michael says, watch carefully in these coming days. A family matter will surface. It will look like chaos at first. But hidden inside will be your breakthrough. Yes, it will shake some. Yes, it will divide some. But for you, beloved, it will unlock what was sealed. The same voices that spoke over your photo also whispered about a key. Not a metal key, but a divine one. A key of opportunity. A key of doors that no man can shut. Can you feel it? Even now, as these words reach you, doors are shifting. People are thinking of you. Names are being mentioned. And connections are aligning. The miracle is not far. It is already at your doorstep. But Michael warns, do not be distracted. For there will be noise. Arguments. Sudden confusion. But all of it is smoke to cover the blessing. Do not get lost in the smoke. Stand firm. And the fire will clear the way. Beloved, take this seriously. The 9 voices were not random. Each represented a realm. Finance, health, protection, purpose, love, legacy, healing, restoration, and divine favor. All 9 spoke in agreement. All 9 declared your name. And now those realms will open. Opportunities will flow. Protection will surround you. Healing will come suddenly. Love will rise where rejection once stood. Restoration will arrive for what you lost. But you must stay until the end. Michael says if you leave this word half-heard, You may walk away without holding the full key. Pause. Breathe. Feel the weight of heaven on your shoulders right now. This is not imagination. This is revelation. Your enemies already know. This is why their eyes follow you with unease. This is why their tone shifts when your name is spoken. They sense the covering on you. They see the fire around you. Child, do not fear their eyes. Do not fear their envy. For envy is powerless against destiny. Michael whispers, I go before you. The sword is drawn. The path is cleared. You will walk where others stumble. Beloved, this is why you must subscribe to the Word of Heaven. Because each message released carries pieces of your map. And without the map, you may miss the places you were meant to step. Even now, there is a shaking in your atmosphere. Something is shifting around your home. The silence will break. The delay will end. The cloud will part. And when it does, the truth about what was spoken over your photo will manifest before your very eyes. 9 voices. 1 destiny. 1 chosen name, yours. My beloved child. Michael says the reason you are hearing this today is because the clock has struck a divine hour. There are moments in life that feel ordinary. But in heaven's calendar, they are marked with fire. This is one of those moments. The 9 who saw your photo. They were not just men and women. They were instruments. Their mouths were borrowed for a moment, so the Spirit could speak through them. And what they said was more than opinion. It was prophecy. They said you will not fall where others have fallen. They said your story will not end in shame. They said your name carries weight. Pause for a moment, child. Does this not explain why your path has been different? Why others seem to walk in ease, but you have had to climb mountains? It is because you were not built for ordinary roads. You were built for destiny's highways. Michael says, your struggle has been the training. Your pain has been the preparation. Your tears have been the watering of the seed. And now the seed breaks through the soil. Now the plant pierces the ground. You may miss the places you were meant to step. Even now, there is a shaking in your atmosphere. Something is shifting around your home. The silence will break. The delay will end. The cloud will part. And when it does, the truth about what was spoken over your photo will manifest before your very eyes. 9 voices. 1 destiny. 1 chosen name, yours. My beloved child. Michael says the reason you are hearing this today is because the clock has struck a divine hour. There are moments in life that feel ordinary. But in heaven's calendar, they are marked with fire. This is one of those moments. The 9 who saw your photo. They were not just men and women. They were instruments. Their mouths were borrowed for a moment, so the Spirit could speak through them. And what they said was more than opinion. It was prophecy. They said you will not fall where others have fallen. They said your story will not end in shame. They said your name carries weight. Pause for a moment, child. Does this not explain why your path has been different? Why others seem to walk in ease, but you have had to climb mountains? It is because you were not built for ordinary roads. You were built for destiny's highways. Michael says, your struggle has been the training. Your pain has been the preparation. Your tears have been the watering of the seed. And now the seed breaks through the soil. Now the plant pierces the ground. Now the world will see what has been hidden underground all this time. Child, there is something you must know. The 9 did not only declare your rising. They also declared your covering. That means, the attack forming against you will not strike. The weapon raised against you will not pierce. The curse spoken over you will not stand. They said, this one is untouchable. And when heaven stamps that word, hell cannot erase it. Beloved, you may feel the shadows still circling. Yes, the jealousy is real. Yes, the whispers are real. Yes, even the hidden family conflict is real. But hear me. None of it is stronger than the decree. Michael himself guards you. And when he guards, no hand can break through. Do not ignore the signs. Already you have noticed the strange unrest in people around you. Suddenly they argue more. Suddenly they fight among themselves. Suddenly secrets slip from their lips. This is not coincidence. This is exposure. Michael says, I am forcing what was hidden into the light. I am making enemies reveal themselves. I am making the liars confess with their own mouths. Child, do not be afraid when the shaking comes. Yes, it may even come from those close to you. Yes, it may hurt to watch. But the shaking is necessary. Because it separates the true from the false. And when the dust settles, you will see clearly who is for you. And who has been against you. Pause again, beloved. Feel the fire of these words. This is why I told you not to leave early. Every paragraph carries a key. And if you gather them all, you will hold the full map. Even as you read, Michael stands at your door. He is not distant. He is not far away. He is right there. Sword in hand. Ready to block what rises against you. And he says, your name is already in the book of rising. No man can erase it. No curse can delete it. No betrayal can stop it. Beloved, hear me well. The 9 voices have set something in motion. Your life will not look the same in the coming weeks. Sudden news. Sudden opportunities. Sudden doors. These will appear. And you must not dismiss them as luck. They are heaven's response to your cry. But be watchful. For the enemy will also try to distract. They will try to lure you back into doubt. They will whisper, this is too good to be true. But Michael says, believe. For the time has come. Child, if your spirit feels this word, subscribe to the flow of heaven now. Do not wait. Every message carries the next piece of your destiny. Even now, in the silence of your room, there is movement in the spirit. Chains are falling. Doors are unlocking. And your enemies are restless. Because they sense what is about to break forth. 9 people. 9 voices. One shocking truth. And that truth is you. My beloved child. Michael says, be still and listen. The battle around you has not been in vain. Every tear you cried. Every prayer you whispered. Every night you felt forgotten. It was all collected in the courts of heaven. And now those tears speak louder than the lies of your enemies. The 9 who looked at your photo. They did not simply see your face. They saw your calling. They saw your purpose. They saw what the enemy has been terrified of from the beginning. You're rising. Do you understand, child? The jealousy against you is proof of your mantle. The gossip against you is evidence of your light. The resistance you feel is confirmation that you are marked. Michael says, the darker the storm, the brighter the flame shines. Your flame has not gone out, it has only grown stronger. Pause here. Breathe. Let your spirit hear the truth. Even now, the atmosphere around you is shifting. Something unseen is moving in your favor. Where you once heard only silence. Soon you will hear sudden news. And this news will not just surprise you. It will shock those who thought you were finished. Beloved, hear carefully. There has been a hidden conversation about you. Not just among the 9. But among those who pretended to support you. They spoke words they thought you would never hear. But heaven heard every sentence. And Michael recorded every scheme. This is why, in the coming days, their masks will fall. Their smiles will crack. Their plans will collapse. Because no lie can stand against the decree spoken over you. The 9 voices declared. This one will not be denied. This one carries breakthrough for generations. This one will rise from the ashes. And even those who doubted will bow in silence. Child, this is why the spiritual war has been intense. This is why the attacks have felt relentless. Because darkness knows your moment is near. But do not fear. Michael has unsheathed his sword. He is standing in front of you. Blocking what was meant to crush you. Even your dreams will testify of this. Do not ignore them. In the nights ahead, visions will come clearer. Faces will appear. Names will be whispered. Pay attention. For heaven is speaking through these dreams. Beloved, you have wondered. Why do I feel set apart? Why do I feel different from those around me? It is because you are set apart. You were never designed to blend in. You were called to stand out. Michael says, you carry the fire of the chosen. You carry the mark of the beloved. You carry the destiny of a breaker, one who shatters chains for others. This is why your path has not been easy. Because your victory will not only be yours. It will ripple into your family. Into your bloodline. Into generations not yet born. Child, I see the weight on your shoulders. You feel tired. You wonder if the fight will ever end. But hear me. You are closer than you realize. The hardest battles often come right before the breakthrough. And your breakthrough is at the door. The 9 voices have already unlocked it. This one carries breakthrough for generations. This one will rise from the ashes. And even those who doubted will bow in silence. Child, this is why the spiritual war has been intense. This is why the attacks have felt relentless. Because darkness knows your moment is near. But do not fear. Michael has unsheathed his sword. He is standing in front of you, blocking what was meant to crush you. Even your dreams will testify of this. Do not ignore them. In the nights ahead, visions will come clearer. Faces will appear. Names will be whispered. Pay attention. For heaven is speaking through these dreams. Beloved, you have wondered. Why do I feel set apart? Why do I feel different from those around me? It is because you are set apart. You were never designed to blend in. You were called to stand out. Michael says, you carry the fire of the chosen. You carry the mark of the beloved. You carry the destiny of a breaker, one who shatters chains for others. This is why your path has not been easy. Because your victory will not only be yours. It will ripple into your family. Into your bloodline. Into generations not yet born. Child, I see the weight on your shoulders. You feel tired. You wonder if the fight will ever end. But hear me. You are closer than you realize. The hardest battles often come right before the breakthrough. And your breakthrough is at the door. The 9 voices have already unlocked it. The seal has been broken. The decree has been signed. Michael whispers again, hold on, beloved. The hour of reversal is here. Pause once more. Feel the shift. Something inside you knows these words are alive. That is your spirit agreeing with heaven. If this word burns in you, make sure you subscribe. Because each message is a step on your divine path. Miss one, and you may miss the sign that guides you through. Even as you hear this, an unseen chain just snapped. You may not feel it in your body, but your spirit has already been released. And soon, the evidence will show. Child, remember this. Your enemies did not gather by accident. They were allowed to gather, so that heaven's power could scatter them in public view. What was done in secret will be reversed in the open. The same people who plotted behind your back will be forced to watch your elevation. Michael says, do not gloat when it happens. Stand firm. For your rising is not to shame them. It is to glorify God. Beloved, prepare yourself. Because this is only the beginning. The 9 voices declared one shocking truth. That you are chosen. But there is more still to come. More secrets to be revealed. More blessings to be uncovered. And more battles to be won in your name. My child, my beloved. Michael says, you have been hidden long enough. Now your name will ring where it was once rejected. Do you feel it? The shift in the air? That's not your imagination. That's heaven arranging your table. Yes, the very table where your enemies once feasted without you. Now has a chair with your name engraved on it. Pause. Close your eyes for a moment. Can you see it? A banquet, prepared. A crown, waiting. A mantle, glowing. This is why the 9 spoke the way they did. They were not giving an opinion. They were declaring a decree. And when heaven decrees, the earth must obey. Beloved, think back. How many times were you told you wouldn't make it? How many doors slammed before you? How many people laughed at your attempts? Yet here you are, still standing. Still breathing. Still fighting. Why? Because heaven never left you. Michael says, even when you thought you were walking alone, my sword was clearing the path. Do you recall the close calls? The accidents avoided? The betrayals that should have crushed you? Those were not luck, child. Those were angels at work. That was Michael himself blocking what was meant to bury you. The 9 saw this shield around you. And they could not deny it. They said, this one cannot be destroyed. This one will rise above the ashes. This one carries a fire no storm can put out. And you wondered why jealousy follows you like a shadow. It is because your light exposes what others lack. They do not hate you, child. They hate the reflection of themselves when they see you. But do not let bitterness grow in your heart. For bitterness is poison to the chosen. Instead, lift your head high. For Michael walks beside you. And those who mock today will marvel tomorrow. Beloved, hear this prophecy carefully. In the coming days, a secret long buried in your family will surface. It will not be comfortable. It will not be easy. But inside it lies your breakthrough. Yes, some will fight to keep it hidden. Yes, some will try to twist the truth. But Michael says, nothing hidden shall remain covered. What is in darkness will be exposed. And what is exposed will set you free. Child, do not run from this moment. Face it with courage. For behind the storm is your inheritance. Behind the noise is your blessing. Behind the shaking is your miracle. The 9 voices were not random. Each one carried weight. One carried the voice of authority. One carried the voice of wealth. One carried the voice of protection. Another carried the voice of legacy. All combined, they released a symphony of prophecy over your life. That symphony echoes even now. Can you hear it in your spirit? A rhythm pulling you forward. A melody telling you not to give up. That is heaven's song over you. Michael says, dance to that song, not to the noise of your enemies. Follow the melody of faith, not the drums of fear. Beloved, this is the hour of unveiling. Miracles will appear disguised as challenges. Blessings will look like burdens at first. But if you stay until the end, you will see the treasure inside. Let me warn you gently. Some people around you will not be happy when this unfolds. Not because you did anything wrong, but because your rising threatens their comfort. Do not be shaken by their reactions. For they were never meant to walk with you into this next season. Child, it is better to lose fake support than to carry dead weight into destiny. Michael says, I am pruning your circle. I am cutting away the false. I am strengthening the true. Do not resist my hand. Even now, you may feel relationships shifting. Do not fear. This is alignment, not loss. Heaven is making room for what is greater. Beloved, stay with me. For the story is not finished yet. There is more to reveal. There is more to uncover. And there is more victory waiting ahead. If these words stir your soul, subscribe and hold close to this flow. Because Michael says each revelation builds upon the last. And missing one could leave you wandering without direction. Child, your enemies are already trembling. They sense what is coming. They cannot explain it. But they feel the shift. And soon, the world will watch what they feared. You're rising. 9 voices. 1 photo. 1 shocking truth. And that truth is written in your name. My beloved child. This is the hour you were waiting for. The final seal is being opened. Michael says, the decree is complete. The testimony has been sealed. The blessing is released. 9 voices spoke over your photo. But listen. A 10th voice has now entered. And this voice is not human. It is the voice of heaven itself. It says, this child belongs to me. This destiny cannot be stolen. This inheritance will not be lost. Beloved, take courage. For what is opening now is bigger than you prayed for. It is wider than you imagined. It is deeper than you dreamed. Michael says, this is not just your victory. It is a victory for generations. The struggles you faced were not just about you. They were battles for your bloodline. And now that you have endured, the chains binding your family are breaking too. Yes, some of them fought you. Yes, some of them betrayed you. But heaven says, your rising will cover even them. Your blessing will overflow. Your light will touch those who once mocked you. Pause, child. Breathe this truth in. The pain you carried is now being exchanged for glory. The ashes you held are being traded for beauty. The shame you endured is being replaced with honor. And the same ones who laughed in secret will one day whisper in awe, this one was chosen all along. Beloved, a great unveiling is near. Something hidden in your family will be revealed. It will shock many. But you will understand why it had to surface. Because inside that revelation is the proof of your inheritance. Do not fear the noise. Do not fear the fight. The louder the storm, the closer the breakthrough. Michael says, hold fast, beloved. I am with you in the shaking. I am with you in the fire. And when the smoke clears, you will stand in victory. Child, you are about to witness sudden signs. A name will appear before you. A message will arrive unexpectedly. A door will swing open without warning. Do not dismiss these things. They are markers. They are confirmations. They are proof that the 9 voices were not wrong. Every word they spoke is already unfolding in your reality. Beloved, if you feel the fire of this word, seal it in your spirit by subscribing. Do not wander without guidance. Stay close. Because Michael says this is only the beginning. Yes, you heard me right. This is not the end. This is the opening chapter. What lies ahead will be even greater. More revelations. More blessings. More victories. And with each step, heaven will continue to whisper your name. My child, do not doubt. For doubt is the enemy's last weapon. But faith is your shield. And with faith, you will not miss what is coming. Michael says one last time. You are chosen. You are protected. You are rising. And no hand can stop what God has begun. 9 voices declared it. Heaven confirmed it. And today, you carry the crown of the beloved. Hold it close. Walk in it boldly. And never again believe the lie that you are forgotten. Beloved, you are remembered. You are sealed. You are destined. And your story is only beginning. My beloved child. Michael says the hour is not over. The river of revelation still flows. And those who stay until the end will drink from it and never thirst again. You thought the word had finished. But listen. The Spirit says, I am not done speaking. Child, hear me. There are still mysteries hidden in your story. And heaven is determined to uncover them, one by one. The 9 voices spoke a shocking truth. But after they spoke, another scroll was opened in the Spirit. And on that scroll was written your name. A name wrapped in fire. A name sealed in light. A name the enemy cannot erase. Pause. Do you feel the trembling in your spirit right now? That is not fear. That is the awakening of your destiny. Beloved, Michael says, the gates of your next season are unlocking. What you prayed for in whispers will soon shout in your reality. You have waited long. You have endured much. And now the hour of fulfillment draws near. Even now, there are whispers in the rooms of power. Your name is being mentioned. Opportunities are being discussed. And while you cannot hear them with your ears, your spirit feels the pull. That is the sign. The alignment is happening. Child, there will be news soon. It may come through a sudden call. It may come through a letter. It may come through a dream so vivid you wake in tears. But it will come. And when it does, know that this was the moment you were prepared for. Michael says, the chains of delay are broken. The season of silence is over. The trumpet of your rising is sounding. Beloved, let me warn you gently. As the trumpet sounds, not everyone will rejoice. Some will cover their ears. Some will pretend not to hear. Some will resist the sound. But none of them can silence it. Your destiny is louder than their denial. The 9 voices saw this and trembled. That is why they all spoke in unison. It was not their plan. It was heaven forcing their mouths to agree. And when heaven forces agreement, no power can break it. Child, this is why your enemies are confused. They thought they had you cornered. They thought the chapter was finished. But suddenly, they hear voices of power declaring you chosen. Suddenly, they see doors they tried to close swinging wide. Suddenly, they realize you cannot be erased. Beloved, lean in. Do not miss this. Michael says, you are stepping into a season where hidden treasures will be revealed. Things stolen will return. Things broken will be restored. Things denied will be released. Yes, there will be shaking. Yes, there will be noise. But do not fear. For the shaking is only proof that the ground beneath you is shifting in your favor. Pause again. Let these words take root. Do not rush past them. Every line carries a seed. And the seeds will bloom if you hold them close. Child, the river of heaven is flowing. It is not finished with you. In fact, it has only begun.